Welcome everyone to After the Dragon, presented by Mayhem Media. I am your host, JD. Ms. Pa will normally be joining me on these post-show episodes, but he was not able to make the first one. He will be here for episode 2. We're going to do an episode after each of the episode of the House of Dragon. We are not going to recap the episode. We're not going to just regurgitate it. We're going to talk about very specific points. So let's start right off here with why the king cut himself on the throne. I don't know if you may have saw that. If you didn't, you should go back and rewatch the episode. And that is something that definitely more is lore in the books than it is in the Game of Thrones show. In the first one, we didn't see anybody get cut by the Iron Throne, even though in the books, Joffrey is cut by the Iron Throne. We don't get to see it in the show. That's something they're obviously going to put into this series. And what that is the throne pretty much rejecting whoever's sitting upon it. Anybody who cuts themselves has some kind of character defect and is not fit to rule. It's the way of the Iron Throne deciding who can sit upon it and who cannot. The next point that I want to bring up is the dagger that King Viserys I handles many times. He puts his hand on it many times in the episode. It's most notable when he's talking to his daughter and naming and letting her know that he's going to name her as his heir. And that is the same dagger that Arya uses to kill the Night King. So a little Easter egg in there, a little way to connect the series. And I imagine we'll be seeing much, much more of that throughout the whole series. Different connections, different dots, and things of that nature. We also got to see, we know that this is likely going to lead to some kind of Targaryen feud. This series will likely lead to some kind of Targaryen feud. This is supposed to signify the beginning of the end of the dynasty. This war will greatly reduce them, and they will not be nearly as powerful after the events of this series. Of course, that's just speculation. I don't have anything to confirm that. And we're getting to see some new families. The Hightowers, they rule Old Town. They're the ones who founded Old Town and built Old Town. Thus, the High Tower in the center with the flame. The Valerians is another family that we're going to get to see. I don't really know much about them. The Hightowers, I believe, are the southernmost kingdom right now. They're the top family in the southern part of the 7 kingdoms or 6 kingdoms, because I don't believe Dorne is actually part of that at this point in the series either in terms of the timeline. We got to meet a couple of other families. They kind of dimmed that out. They didn't really feature the Starks or the Baratheons or the Lannisters, not yet. Maybe we'll see that in future episodes, but we certainly didn't see much of them at this point. I imagine it's going to center mainly just on the House of the Dragon and Princess Rhaenyra. I think I totally mispronounced that. I apologize. And her becoming queen, and whether or not she will become queen, or will it be Prince Daemon Targaryen, the king's brother. Otto Hightower is the character who plays the Hand of the King, and we'll see what we may even see the fall of the Hightower family, because they are not in the first Game of Thrones. They have fallen before that time, so maybe we'll get to see that, what happens to them. It's only been one episode. We'll have more as more episodes come out. Our episodes will get a little bit longer as there's more to talk about, but being just me on this one and not wanting to just regurgitate the whole episode, I'm just going to leave this one short, and make sure you share it out. Mayhem Media Inc. on Facebook. We're on YouTube and Rumble. Look for our channel. Share out our episodes. We'll be doing this after every House of the Dragon episode this season. The goal is likely to make it a live episode, so perhaps by the season finale we'll be prepared enough to start doing these live. But that is the ultimate goal for these, is to start doing them live just within a few minutes after the episode airs. So share it out. Make sure you like the page. Leave us a comment on things you want to talk about, or something that maybe I missed in the episode, and we'll talk about it on the next one. I'm JD, and that's the end.